That's hilarious. That's good stuff. Oh man. So what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Oh shit. Let me make sure.
Damn. We was ready at 2:30.
All right.
2:00.
I sent the link
at ready at 1, but whatever.
2:31. You know what I mean? That's not sent the link. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
I said we're here.
Exactly. Well, y'all, welcome to another edition of the Barely Watching Podcast. I go by the name of Cobra Karate. I'm about to open it truly and get down to business.
Yo, and coming at you live is D-Mobile, across the global, Bogo, a.k.a. Bill Cosby.
What about Black Seth Rogen?
A.k.a. Black Seth Rogen.
I'm not Black Seth Rogen no more. I cut the flat top.
Still do, yo. Don't matter. Cause you put a hat on. You still Black Seth Rogen.
I got the black guy not from the hood in a movie haircut.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm K.I. Double. Welcome to Barely Watching. Let's get into it, Kylie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what's going on? How was you guys' week?
It was
my week was long and annoying. Niggas at work don't know how to act, so what else?
Miss Kishana.
It was a prosperous week, personally, but it was a rough week. Do some other stuff, but it was good. Prosperous, thankful.
Oh, okay. Well, it was my first week. It was my first week back at work. It sucked. Hated it. Been dying to win the lottery so I could quit. So,
What? Did you say you quit?
No, I said no. Shit, I said I've been dying to win the lottery so I could quit.
Oh, okay.
Again, just quit just like that.
I thought you said this guy tried me, so I quit. I was like, wait.
No, but dudes been saying next. I work with to mental hospitals, mental institutions. So motherfuckers do be trying me sometimes. Sometimes you gotta show them what's up, defend yourself. But it's neither here or there.
Yeah. It was
so
different.
yes. So let's get into it. We had a couple topics we could talk about. Which I'm saying, what do you guys want to go first? We want to start light? Do we want to start funny? Do we want to start heavy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you guys want to start at?
Do y'all binge watch shows?
Yes.
I wanted to ask a question. I don't like binge watching shows. Like, I like the old school wait a week to find out what's going to happen shit. I like that. And now that's kind of taken away from us when it's all just right there forever, whenever you want it.
For me, I hate the fact, I have a love-hate relationship with that. I love it because especially if it's a good show, all of it is right there. And it's just like, you could take your time with it. You can watch it the whole day, especially if you don't got nothing to do. My hate part of it is that I don't retain as much. So it's like I could watch the whole damn series and then not know what the fuck I watched. I'll remember certain things, certain names and everything like that. Sometimes not even key characters. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's that character's name again? But I'm just enjoying the whole shit. Now, what I do see is that it's a new process. Like, since what a lot of shows are doing and got a lot of platforms, so they don't lose money and don't lose revenue. Depending on the show, if they're iffy about the show, they'll throw the whole season out there. But if they know it's a good show, like come second season, they'll do it weekly, like with The Boys. They're doing with The Boys now. They know it's a great show and they can't get rid of all that shit. And they want people to keep coming and everything like that, and let that whole word of mouth last. So they're putting out weekly.
I like that. I fuck with that.
I mind that too. I don't mind that, but I just be so anxious. But
that's because this microwave society has got you anxious like that. Remember back in the day, a movie came to the movie theater. it didn't come on cable till a year.
Yeah.
It wasn't on regular TV till maybe 2-3 years.
Yeah.
There are some movies that you didn't see if you didn't have HBO.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember that shit.
That's genius. That makes value to the product.
Yeah.
And it does, and it value with the streaming service too.
Nah, I like to binge watch old shit, not like new shit. I like to wait a week. Like new shit that's on, I even like would skip episodes. Like I'll miss it, DVR it, so then I can have one behind another, so I can maybe do two. But yeah, I binge watch old shit. Like so, if someone put me onto a season and it's like 15 season in, yeah, I'm gonna go binge watch the first couple ones on Netflix or something. I'm gonna figure out what's going on so I can
caught up. Yep.
Yeah, but once it's new, I do like the weekly. I do like the wait. I want to know what's gonna happen next week. I'm waiting till next Sunday. Like what's gonna happen?
Like I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to say like I'm one of those ill people that I gotta get up and be active and I read books and I go for runs and shit. I can't.
What's wrong with that?
No.
What's wrong with that?
Hold on. Time out. This nigga's so fucking whack with that bullshit. I can't stand
what's wrong with that?
Regular.
No, hold on, wait. Because that's a flex to some people. That's a flex. Oh,
niggas are flexing me regular.
I don't even watch TV, or I have to go for my run. I don't feel right, or I like to do an hour reading before I go to bed. Like people flex with that shit.
Yeah. But you can do that and still watch TV, because I do that and still watch TV. I still go for
all I'm saying is a lot of motherfuckers do that shit to fucking big themselves up. And so
yeah,
I'm not doing that.
No bullshit. So I had met somebody and they had said like, oh yeah, I haven't owned a TV in 2 years. I was like, okay. I've just been, real focused on my career and where, okay. Like the fuck, like.
Now that's a flex. What they doing right there?
Like, the fuck? You ain't on the TV, nigga. You don't know what the fuck is going on out here in the world. Like, you just.
You doing that shit to flex, yo. That shit is whack. Like, oh, I gotta go for my morning run or I don't feel complete. Like, yeah, get better than me. Like, all I'm saying is.
You won't die. You will not die. You will be okay.
Yeah, it's like. And it's like, yo, and it's like, all right, nigga, you saying, yo, if you ain't watched TV in 2 years, all right, that's a motherfucking flex. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck, you Amish? Like, is it against your religion and stuff? I'm like, the fuck, nigga?
So all I'm saying is, I'm not trying to say that I'm one of those people who does that shit, because I don't do those things. Mm-hmm. But I can't sit and watch TV for 10, 12 hours or however long a season is. I can't do that.
Nah, I'm saying I probably watch like 6 hours. Maybe like 4 to 6 hours of one show. Like it's like that's what I'm binge watching. I'm not sitting for 24 hours or 12 hours. I don't know.
That shit is depressing. If I sit in one spot for more than 3 hours, that shit is depressing to me. I gotta go.
It's not depressing.
Yeah, nigga.
I remember one time.
One spot for more than 3 hours.
Yo, so like I remember, like a lot of times. I've been involved with single mothers, and no one is more sleep deprived and tired than a single mother. No one is. And a single mother will sleep until some kids come and wake her up. So legit, if you don't wake her up, she'll sleep all day, right? So I remember I spent one time with this girl I was talking to, we spent a day in bed. We stayed in the bed till literally 6 p.m. It was the worst day of my goddamn life. Yo, I'm sitting there like, yo, can we go somewhere? Like, can we let's just walk to Honey Farms. Let's just do that. Like, I don't understand the whole, the point I'm getting at is, I don't understand the whole stay in bed all day, watch TV all day thing that some people do and it's relaxing. I don't understand that.
No, yeah.
That is the best. First of all, nigga, you get something to eat.
Yeah, that's definitely self-care. So I said staying in bed is self-care. Like that's relaxing as fuck. You can stay in bed all day.
Especially especially working a 16-hour shift. I got the next 2 days off. I got a great series, and I got some motherfucking food with me. Oh, nigga, not only am I gonna eat once, I'm gonna eat twice. I'm gonna eat 3 times. Nigga, I might order out all 3 times too. Watching this motherfucking show right there.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I like yesterday, Saturday. I told myself I would stay in bed late. You know what staying in bed late to me was? 10:30. By 10:30, I was like, I'm getting out of
bed. I got up at 6:30. I was up and out the house at like 8:30. Gone. I was like, why am I out the house so early? Like, what the fuck is going on?
My brother used to call me on Saturdays, and he'd be like, yo, I bet you're already out the house. And it'd be like 9 a.m. I'm like, yep. Like, what? Like, yo, Keith, remember back in the day, you would hit me up Saturday morning, like, what are we doing today?
Yep.
You would be dressed and out by 11.
Yep.
What are these niggas doing? Let's go.
So I was up running grocery store, bank runs. I did like everything and back in the house by like 10:30.
I just can't. It's staying in the house all day and just doing nothing just doesn't appeal to me.
Nah, I do both though. There's days that I want to just stay in the house and stay in the bed because I want to be real lazy because I'm just tired and I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing for nobody. I don't want to answer my phone. I just want to lay in my bed, and that's very relaxing. But then there's days on the flip side that I'm up, out, then I went to the gym, went for a run, and did a whole bunch of other shit, ran errands.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm not reading no book on a Saturday. Well, I don't know. Depending on the Saturday. A book.
You protest, you vote, you read a book.
No, all of that has to happen.
You advocate for women's rights.
Did all of it. Yep.
You ain't no better.
All of that wasn't happening. Whatever, nigga, I did laundry and cleaned the house and everything was great. So everything else happened.
Well, speaking of being great, we can segue into this. Speaking of being great, now, Keyshawn, you came with a topic. One of your topics was, does love get in the way of success? See that motherfucking segue right there? See the way I segued into that shit?
I think it was reversed, wasn't it?
Nope. Nope. It says, does love get in the way of success? That's what it was.
I thought it was the other way around.
Nah.
You said, yes. So the question is, does love get in the way of success? So I heard this on a different topic somewhere, and a lot of people were chiming in on being in relationships or situationships with people, and the person saying that they're not where they want to be, so they can't get in a relationship or be with you right now at this time in their life. Are you following? So the question was posed, does being in love and being with someone get in the way of being successful or still pursuing?
It was the other way around. Because he said, does success get in the way of love?
Oh, I did it. What the fuck are you? Oh,
that's what you just said.
Okay. Watch on the playback.
All right. So listen, watch the playback. So listen, you know, a lot of men or people will say, you know, I'm not ready to be in a relationship because I'm not where I want to be in life. And they feel like being in love is going to get in the way of still pursuing your dreams, your aspirations, and wherever else you're trying to go in life. So the question was posed, does love get in the way of your success? Because then that same individual is now in a loving relationship and growing in her relationship, businesses and their marriage and their baby and everything is just blossoming. So at the same time, you should never stop, you know, continuing your own beliefs and following your own aspirations when you're in love. So the question was posed, does it get in the way of success? And you guys think, or?
So I think that, because I'm going to start, because I know whatever I say, he's going to take the other side of the argument.
Fuck you.
What I feel is, I think it comes down to what's important to you. Like, does love, it's the question, love get in the way of success? I'm a little confused. I believe it's love get in the way of success, right? Or is it the other way around? For real, I'm confused.
No, does love, like, does being in love get in the way of being successful?
Take you off your dreams.
So, yeah, so like if you feel like I'm not where I need to be in life, then I'm not ready to be dating you right now because I'm trying to get somewhere in life. So I can't love and still get where I'm going in life? Question mark.
I think it comes down to you. You don't have to question it if you fuck with someone who's on an ambitious path as well.
Absolutely.
Like if you fuck with someone who is not settled, who is not accepted where they're at in life, and they're moving forward, and you're moving forward, I think that can make things easier. Now, granted, you both might move apart, but that's more of a amicable thing than one person moving and another person not moving. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a man shouldn't be out there looking for women if he can't afford to have a woman. Now,
Explain.
If you can't take her out on a date, you shouldn't be asking her out on a date. If you can't pick her up, you shouldn't say, "Can I take you out?" You know what I mean? If you don't have a house to invite her over to, you shouldn't be trying to invite her over to try to get some. and like dudes be doing that, and women accepting that. Like, so I feel like if you can't do those things, you shouldn't be out there trying to date. Now, do I think you should be a CEO of a company before you find the right woman? I don't think so, because I think at that point it's too late. And I think at that point, what you end up doing is buying you a wife. And you can ask anybody in the NBA, that don't work out so well.
It's not only NBA, okay?
Well, anyone, a professional, any celebrity that gets their wife after they're paid, they just bought a wife most of the time, in my opinion. That's just one guy speaking.
All right. Now, for me, I think it depends on what that success or what that path is, depending on what the situation is. Because sometimes, say if you guys are both on, this ambitious path, or just both have dreams and aspirations, it comes to the point where if both of your dreams are gonna make you guys go this way, and you guys both love each other, it's gonna come to a point where whose dream you could profit off of more, to that point. And at the same time, in order to have success in love, sometimes you definitely have to be selfish, and that other person has to be on the same path as you. Because if you guys are both on something, some ambitious path or whatever, it's not going to work. So
you got to define what success is too. Like,
right.
When you first start, you got to say these 3 things equal success to me before you do anything. And that's just on a personal level. That's not even on trying to find a relationship. You got to define success, because what will happen is you'll get this one. Now you want that one. Now you got that one. You want this one. So you have to say, okay, for me, success is being able to travel whenever I want. And then you say, boom, I want to get there. Once I get there, I'm going to settle down. You know what I mean? I think it's important to do that.
Yeah. And so in certain ways, like if you're trying to start up a company, whatever, and that company, you're starting to see some type of progress with that company. But at the same time, you're putting in 12-hour days, 16-hour days, trying to get this company, trying to get this company off the ground. Then, your significant others basically telling you, hey, you don't see me as much and everything like that. Hey, I want to start a family. Hey, I want to, hey, I want to do this. We don't do this as much. But at the same time, you're like, yo, listen, we can't do that because I'm trying to do this. Once I get this, and once this gets rolling, we have time for all that. So it all depends on the individual, and if they're willing to take that journey with you, or if they have dreams and aspirations, you guys have to decide whether, depending on whose dream that you guys are trying to fulfill, you guys have to decide who's going to do it first. If you could take a step, if you could take a step back and basically support your other one until they reach that success, or step the fuck off. Because a lot of times, sometimes if they're not in agreement with each other, it's not gonna work. But at the same time, that person also has to each other has to see each other's vision to make it work. Period. You don't see that person's vision.
That's if you say it all that makes me say it's impossible to have both, because that's a lot of shit. Like, to be able to do all that and just regular relationship shit, that's too much.
Nah, the purpose is just like saying you're not even gonna be in a relationship, period, because you don't feel like you're where you're at in life. So I understand the whole aspect of DeMario. If you can't take a woman out, don't ask a woman for her to go out. And then also the other side of being able to understand the person's vision and wait till they're able to provide more to be able to do more. That's different. You've already entered that relationship with that person, so you're building on something. It's more so, would you never even get in a relationship just because you're not a CEO yet? That more was that question. So understood.
I think they definitely fight each other.
You guys don't think that love gets in the way of success?
I
think but Kylie, you feel like it doesn't get in the way of success, but we gonna get successful together.
I think it can work. But from hearing the way Cobra's talking about it, it sounds like it's too much work to try to work.
Too much work.
You ever see Disappearing Acts?
Nah. Like, I seen it, but I can't.
You see what it is? See, black women love the movies, right? Where I'm not even gonna go into it. But Disappearing Acts, you need to see. It's about a woman. She meets a dude. He derails her path to her success. She gets pregnant, derails her path. And she basically chose love over her career. Career. And it's about the things that happen after that. And that movie's kind of heartbreaking because that's legit what happened. Like, she was trying to make moves, and then she met a dude, fell in love, and you know how that ends. You know what I mean?
You know how that goes.
Yeah, you know how that goes. So,
and it was no good for her. He was no good. He was no good for her.
I don't want to say he was no good, but he was good for her, I'll say.
Ain't shit ass nigga? Or was he a fuckboy?
He wasn't an Asian ass nigga, but the thing is, for her, he was no good. Like, where he was in life and where she was trying to go didn't mix.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when love gets into the play. So I feel like if you are this ambitious ass motherfucker, you should be like, nah, chill. I'm not trying to fuck with no kind of love.
But at the same time, even in that movie, he didn't see her vision. I'm saying he didn't see her vision, and he didn't really support her like that. Because she had to.
Come on, cut the brother some slack. It wasn't that he didn't support her. It's hard to see the vision when there's two kids in your view.
No, it's not. Because the same. Because even through all his fuck shit, she still supported that nigga, but he was just fucking up. He was just the fuck up. You know what I'm saying, to that point, because he always had a crutch to lean on every time he fucked up. That's why. But once they split apart, they were able to get their shit together and they were able to grow successfully. You know what I'm saying? He got his contracting license, and she started fucking writing music.
How you calling my man a fuck up though?
He was. Nigga, you drink on the job. Nigga,
he just had bad luck.
Nah, you drink on the job, you fall, and then you get fired, and then she's like, why you drinking on the job? He said, other people was. Nigga, that's a fuck up, bro. That's a fuck up.
Like, if everybody else jump out
through some shit.
Exactly.
He was going through some shit.
No. Speaking of going through some shit, man. Speaking of going through some shit, I don't know how I'm gonna segue this. Speaking of going through it,
you just did.
You said you asked the question, do men change after they come?
Yes.
I'll tell you this. Hell the fuck yes we do. Yo, men could be horny as shit, right? Men could be horny as shit. After they get it, it's like, yo, this disgusting filth, get the fuck away from me. I don't know why I engaged in this. It's like there's a spirit. Let's say there's a spirit of harlotry. There's a spirit of harlotry. You know what I'm saying? Harlotry on you. You know what I'm saying? That so you're ready to do everything. You're ready to, I'm saying, yo, you'll put everything in your mouth. That's how the spirit of harlotry comes over you. Until that spirit of harlotry out of you, yo, you become a regular person. You become a regular person. You can think rationally. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to mess with your wife, talking about, yo, just let me stick the tip in just a little bit. Yo, let me taste it a little bit. Let me kiss it, something like that. After all that's out of you, you're like, woman, I don't know what you're talking about. Stop it. Let me cleanse myself. Let me pray. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me fast. Let me repent, because that's all nasty.
That moment, it sucks because it's 100% real. Once you nut as a man, it's like something mental happens, and it's like, you're like, holy shit, what just happened? What did I just do? Who is that? Like, why did I say that? Yeah. I hope she doesn't really think I'm gonna do that. Like, yeah. But the shit that sucks though, that moment lasts maybe 15 minutes.
Maybe 15 minutes.
Maybe 15 minutes. Okay. And if she's on it, that moment, it will, like, you won't go back to the same kind of feral beast that you were before the nut. But if she's on it, she can get that beast right back. She can get that beast back.
Yes. And also that's the reason why a lot of men, like, after after they bust or whatever, you know what I'm saying, they can't get right back up. Majority of men. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a special motherfucker to be like, you know what I'm saying, to bust and then just be right back up. You know what I'm saying? Right back at attention. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do be like, yo, give me like 20 minutes or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Because after that spirit of harlotry leaves you, it don't leave you completely. It lingers around. But then after you start doing things like that, that shit comes right back in you. And you know what I'm saying? And now you're ready to sign your life away. You know what I'm saying?
It's so crazy. I saw a comedian and he was like, yo, like, for a woman, the next time you giving a dude a blowjob, right before he nuts, stop and say, damn, my light bill ain't paid, or something like that. That is a joke, but it is 100% real. If she stops and says, I need money for my light bill, I'm looking for my wallet.
Yep.
God damn it, just go.
Especially if you're like, yo, let me, shit.
This is why. Sorry. That's funny that you said that to Mario, because Megan Thee Stallion says to ask him for a Porsche when you're riding his dick. So, you know.
Yo, listen, even if he can't afford it, yo, a broke nigga, if she says that, he's dead ass thinking about how he's going to get the money for it. The fuck? I know I could go rob this nigga. I know that nigga got money.
Yup. Trying to tell you. And it's like, yo, I'm saying, after that spirit of harlotry leaves you, yo, you be like, yo, woman, this is disgusting. Yo, you just feel nasty. You just want to clean.
So I wanted to talk on that part. I saw a movie where they refer to this and they call it POD, post-orgasmic distress, where a man
I got that.
Yeah, where a man gets to the heights of horniness or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, and as soon as he nuts, it's like he comes back to reality. And not only does he come back to reality, there's like a moment of distress where you're literally like, correct me if I'm wrong, Cope, where you're like, yo, why did I do this with this person? Like, what am I doing? I need to reevaluate my life. I need to go to church. Like, you're thinking all that shit.
Yes. Yo, it's just,
that lasts for about 15, 20 minutes.
Yep. Then you say, like I'm saying, because like I said, yo, the spirit of harlotry doesn't leave you. It doesn't leave the area. It just lingers around. Everyone's saying lingers around. Ever see that movie? Denzel? What's the movie with Denzel? Time is on my
damn! What is that movie called?
Yes.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing that a lot of dudes won't tell you, but I'll tell you. I wish that spirit didn't exist.
Yo,
you're happier, man, if those decisions weren't made for me, because you don't make those decisions. Yo. Those decisions are made for you. Like, the spirit of harlotry will be like, yo, listen, tonight you're gonna sneak out of your mother's house against her wishes. You're gonna go to the movies. You're gonna watch that whack ass movie about the female white cheerleaders. Right? You're gonna buy her whatever the fuck she wants at the snack stand, or you're gonna sneak into McDonald's for her. You're gonna do it. Yeah. At the end of the night, you're gonna hope she touches your dick.
Yep.
The spirit of harlotry make you do that, and you're just like, okay.
For instance, right? For instance, ever be intimate with a nigga and a nigga be like I'm saying, it's just you and that dude. You know that you guys about to get into it, but that nigga's like extra thirsty, and you probably teasing him just a little bit, but he's extra thirsty. Like, damn, I can get this nigga to do anything I want. Hold on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Yo, go down on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm saying, put my tongue in your mouth or something like that. It's like,
Call your mama bitch.
Experience?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yo, the spirit of harlotry is over him, and he's just basically like, yo, he's willing to do anything. He's willing to do anything. He'll say the most craziest shit. You be like, yo, this nigga ain't even like that.
And then
after he did that, he be like, girl, you know I was just joking.
But women got something different.
What happened?
Women got it worse than us, in the sense that if you get because women don't get to that point as easy or as often as men do. We get to that point like in fucking gym class. Women get to that point when it's go time. And if you don't let her get to the other point, she'll stab you. She'll fight you. She's violent. They can't take that shit. Yo, they can't take that shit.
That's not the truth.
That's the truth.
I plead the fifth.
That's the truth. If you get a woman to that point to where it's like, yo, we've gone too far to go backwards. If you don't keep going, you dead ass might get raped. Like, she'll dead ass rape you. They can't go back at that point.
Rape. I not say rape is no.
What?
Ain't nobody raping nobody.
Women rape men. Women rape men. They rape men. We just don't talk about it. We just don't report it.
Oh yeah, I believe that, but I'm just saying I'm not finna just say I'm raping niggas. I ain't raping.
Listen, I have been raped before by a woman. I did not consent to the sex, and the sex happened.
But you was possessed with that spirit of harlotry. So
yeah, I was down like 4 flats. But what I'm saying is, I did not consent. It was taken from me.
Because it wasn't you. Because it really wasn't you. It was the spirit of harlotry that came over you and possessed you. You couldn't do anything about it. Oh, shit. Oh, some of that. Yeah, we moving on.
What?
Hold on.
So listen, the point that I was trying to make, or the purpose of the question, let me say that, not the point I was trying to make. The purpose of the person who posed the question was, after men come, they usually change their tune. Most of the time, if it's just a dude you're just, sleeping with and just fucking with, he now has to do some independent shit after he nuts. So once he get that nut out, he need to go and I'm gonna go wash this off. I'm gonna go pick this up over here. Let me go over here. Do something. He gotta move now and do something. He gotta do something independent. He gotta be on his own. He just busted that nut and now he gotta be on his own. He don't need you no more. That's all he needed. And then men that are in relationships or are married or more into something with somebody, after they nut, they're most likely either going to sleep or they're trying to get another nut, or whatever they told you they was going to do, they're probably going to act like they forgot, and then they might come back to it once more.
That's what you were saying.
So that's exactly what you guys just said. So I let you talk the whole time, and all I could do was laugh and smile because you guys just proved the point.
It's not our fault, though. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. Like, because what it is you and the female, we both know that this ain't gonna be none. And we both know that the only reason why both of us is here because we had no one else and we horny as fuck. We both know that. Mm-hmm. So for you, after the sex, you have a different feeling. For us, we're kind of like, fuck. and then you start thinking like, yo, I hope she don't think. Like, I hope she ain't thinking. Like, yo, I really hope she don't think. You start thinking that shit too. And that shit is scary as fuck. Because a person like me, I'm not the illest thing in the world, but I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Like, hey, listen, we both were just here as each other's last resort, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, but I think you gotta, if that's what you're gonna, if that's what it's going to be, that's what you have to put it as. But we're just saying after you nut, you just go, you gotta go be independent.
You gotta put it as that.
Say that you just had sex.
Like, you mean before?
Yeah.
That shit don't work.
Yeah, cause we don't know. I'm saying, cause we are different people. It is not me. It is not me. You know what I'm saying?
And even if you do say it, I don't know what it is. When you say shit like that, women will do one or two things. They'll go, oh no, yeah, of course, yeah, I know what you mean. They don't mean that shit. Or they'll go, yeah, right. I bet this nigga really feeling me. They'll do one of those things. Like,
yeah.
If you, what I've learned, when you keep it funky, 100% funky with a female, they do not buy it. They just don't buy it. They either think that you're a nice guy and you're trying to play like you're not, or they think you're a super duper player or whatever. When in actuality, you're just trying to be honest.
Nah, that's not true at all. Well, maybe those
How
are the
many women have you slept with?
Well, that's again.
Like,
That's
I love when women try to tell me how women are. The fact that you have never dealt with a woman romantically means that there's a certain aspect of the woman's psyche that you will never know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that the aspect of that woman that you dealt with is not on all women's psyche. So
no one's saying all. No one's saying all.
No,
that's another thing all women do is they put the word all in their mouth. I didn't say all. We're speaking in generals here.
Listen, but I was just saying like that was maybe just that person's psyche, because not everyone's going to think like that.
We're not speaking about individuals, and we're not speaking about the entire race of women. We're talking in generals. We're talking majorities.
Well, in majority, like I would want to know the truth. If we're just fucking, just say we're just fucking. Don't just act like
speak for the majority because you are one woman.
Yes,
so
but I have to speak for the other half of the minority that you want to say. Like,
but that's my point.
I think that you're wrong, though. I just feel like maybe
I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong, but that's not my point. I probably am wrong, but my point is I have more knowledge on that aspect than you do. That's my point.
No, basically what you're saying both of you guys are right. What you can say, D, you can say basically the women that I've dealt with act like this. What I'm saying, what Kishana's saying, I'm saying is definitely right. Because two things can happen. You tell a woman what it is from jump, she's either gonna agree with it or she's gonna be like, well, I could probably change that. Those are the two things that's gonna happen.
I agree with that. She won't.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That there are maybe the women that you feel like will just be like, okay, I can change him or whatever. But I feel like you need to keep it 100. Say, I'm just fucking you. Now, if she wants to hold on and think it's more or try to make you be more and be her man, that's on her. And you still stay with, I'm just fucking you, then I'm just fucking you. It's okay. Because don't act like you all in or don't feel like if I tell her this, she's not going to be with it. It's at her point, you're making the choice. I'm just fucking you. Maybe I might be fucking tomorrow, but maybe I'm only fucking you, but it's just sex. But I'm only fucking just you, but it's just sex. Like, it's not a relationship. It's up to her. If she decides, you can't be taking, but you can't be going to take Christmas pictures with the bitch and telling her this ain't no relationship. That's the shit I'm talking about. You can't do that shit.
Why not?
Nigga, you leading the on. You leading the on.
I'm telling you know what? Fucking, I'm leading her on, but I'm telling her what it ain't.
Nah, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's fucking wrong.
That's not fair.
That's wrong. It's like,
you're wrong. I mean, you're wrong, and if she wants to deal with you, she chooses to deal with you. But you're wrong. That's fucked up. You're a fucked up individual for that. And
like sometimes I want to freaking take a strange woman that means nothing to me and take her to fucking Jamaica. Like, why can't I do that?
Go ahead, do that.
And why can't I tell her that, hey, listen, this don't mean nothing. I take all strange women that I barely know to Jamaica.
And that's cool. I'm saying that's cool, but at least you gave her that option to choose. You gotta give her the option to choose.
Now she knows what you about. So if she gonna ride with you, she gonna ride with you. She gonna ride with you. That's on her. But you can't just be like, you're the only one I've ever brought here, and then 6 bitches come in. Hey, Mario.
Hey, Mario.
Whatever you keep it real, man. They don't believe that shit.
Nah, yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
That's why there's so many people that have 3, 4, 5 girlfriends. People are into it. Let me know what's up. She's your girlfriend. I'm your girlfriend too. Let's do this.
Right.
You could be in a polygamy. So, okay, well, that'll be the next podcast. We'll talk about that. I'm gonna send you guys things to start to read up on.
What? Polyamorous?
Yes. What's wrong?
That shit is dumb as fuck.
I think it fits your life perfectly, Demario.
How does it fit my life?
Because when we get into it, it'll make sense for you.
I don't want a bunch of responsibility.
So, speaking of responsibility, speaking of responsibility, do you think it's the parents' responsibility to expose their child on social media?
Can we define expose?
I don't know. It was your topic, so you expound on that.
Right. So I'm saying as a group, we should define what we see exposing is. Because sometimes it's just, oh, she ain't 19, she's 13. And then sometimes it's, she ain't 19, she's 13, and watch me whoop her ass.
Exposed. Oh, you talking about that exposed? Oh, you talking about
like which one is real exposed?
So is it the parents' responsibility? Say it again. What's the question?
Like, should parents be exposing their kids the way they be doing on social media?
Yes.
And if so, within what boundaries?
Yes. Put it like this, right? If your child's 13 years old and poses another 16-year-old, expose the fuck out of them, embarrass the fuck out of them because they're doing some grown shit that they shouldn't be doing. Period. If you exposing like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a safety issue. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of crazy motherfuckers out here and everything like that, kidnapping girls in them senses, you know, putting them into sex slavery and all that crazy.
Hide your wife. I think it's like, I think that, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if kids are doing that kind of stuff, I feel like there's something was broken already in their life. I feel like something ain't working. Whether it's they have too much privacy to begin with, or whether it's the old cliche of, well, where did they learn that from? You know what I'm saying? Something is broken. So like you see these videos where mom trying to show the world, look, I discipline my kids. But it makes me say, well, what were you doing in the steps that led up to them twerking on fucking TikTok? Like, what were you doing before that?
I mean, it could go two ways. You can say it go two ways. It's either it could be an inside influence or it could be an outside influence. Just like how we were talking about last week with the whole cutie situation, you know, about the Cuties movie. Depending on whatever the outside influence, whatever the influence is, because you know you have these mothers that have kids at an early age and are basically growing up with their kids.
Right.
You know, so at the same time, so there's gonna be a time where if you have a mother that's basically 15 years, 16 years in between their kid, basically gonna grow up, they're gonna kind of listen to the same music, they're kind of gonna be into the same thing, and eventually, when that kid's 20 years old, they're gonna be going out to the club together.
So do you think it's mom's fault that little girl was on there twerking and showing her little nanny? Did you see that video?
No, I didn't see it.
Did you see it, Keith?
Nah, I didn't see it.
There's a video with the mom whooping the daughter who's in the back seat, and then they showed the little girl's, I guess, TikTok or Snapchat, and the little girl was, she's maybe 9, 10 years old, and legit had on like spandex, showing her little thoti in spandex, was twerking was bending over a bed and acting like she was getting back shots. Like, all of this shit. The little girl was legit doing that.
No. My face is.
So the mom was whooping her ass on Snap online. So I don't know. It makes me go, I don't necessarily say, hey mom, you taught her that. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like you did something wrong for her to even be able to do that in the first place.
Yo, it's like to the point where you gotta have a talk with a motherfucker. Like, to the point, like, yo, where did you learn that? You know what I'm saying? Like, where did you see that at? Because at the same time, it's like, yo, I see videos of mothers, right, posting their little girl saying, doing whatever camera, whatever shit, I'm saying, recording their daughter dance in a certain way. It may not be provocative, whatever like that. And you hear, hey, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cut that shit the fuck out. It's like, yo, for me, as I'm saying, me as a father, I don't have a daughter, but for me as a father, it's like, I would not encourage that behavior, I'm saying, whatsoever. If the girl's 6 years old, yo, let her be 6 years old. She shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, she shouldn't be posing a certain way, you know what I'm saying, she shouldn't be popping or dancing, any type of thing like that. I'm not going to encourage that. But when you encourage that, it opens the door to other things. So it all depends on what she's seen or what that little girl experienced. If she's doing awesome shit like that, there could be a question of, is there any type of sexual abuse, anything like that? That's a big step. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't think it's ever okay to expose your kids on social media. I think that causes like forward trauma, and it's just fucked up. Like, whatever happened, whatever that child did, you're supposed to deal with it, beat them, talk about it amongst your family. You can tell your family you whooped his ass, but why would we record it? Why would we go live? Why would we show anybody any of that? That's just not. I don't think that's cool. And then I think making comments on your child's page, like, it just depends on what level it is. Like, if they took a picture that you didn't approve of, I think that you got to deal with that again with your child. You got to parent with your child. I think you can make certain things if you want to be embarrassing, if that's your role. But me personally, I would handle my child with, like, as my child in my home, not exposing them on social media, because they're going to be disciplined regardless. They'll tell you that they don't have a phone, or it'll be gone, or I'll have the phone, or whatever it is that happens after that. If they're 13, if they're 16, whatever the case is, or if they're 8 and I got to beat their ass like that, hell no. That's an internal issue, sweetheart.
I think the child exposes the parents.
Yeah.
So I think that exposing the child, it makes me think one of two things. It makes me think, one, the only reason why you're doing this is to prove to the world that you discipline your kid. Mm-hmm. And two, the other thing, the reason why you do it, it makes me know that you don't know how to, it makes me think that you don't know how to properly discipline your child, which was what led us to where we are right now in the first place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And at the same time, a lot of parents need to stop looking for fucking viral moments. That's another. All these parents and everything like that trying to expose their kid on some funny shit, or if it's on some, if it's on a little discipline shit. Stop trying to look for a fucking viral moment to fucking by exposing the kids. That shit is fucking whack. I hate that shit.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
It's like a trauma thing. Like, you don't expose your kid. Even before it was like social media, like, the other thing of exposing kids would be like, just like the way you would talk about, like, if you got in trouble in front of friends or family and they would do it in front of everybody versus taking you to the back of the room to beat you, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to beat you in front of everybody. Like,
Time out. If you act up in front of everyone, you get your ass whooped in front of everyone. I believe in that.
Like, if you walked in the room, that's different. If you walked in on something, you're going to handle it. I'm saying, if you found out about something, you're going to bring your kid in front of everybody and beat them in front of everybody before social media.
I remember at one point in time, I was scared of Miss Butter Andrews. I was scared to death. I remember one time, I forgot, I was talking on the phone. We had to be like 5th grade, 6th grade. We was talking on the phone. I was talking on the phone with D. D got a little smart. D's mom didn't like it. D's mom whooped his ass, and she said, "Tell him I whooped your ass." And D's like, "I got whooped." On the phone. I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, yo, I was for him. I was scared to hurt for him. She's like, I hang up the phone. I go, bye. Yo, I was like, am I going to see my friend again? Like, what the hell happened? That shit traumatized me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's traumatizing at certain times. To the point
listen, I remember.
But that's why I don't think you should ever expose kids. Like, I just think, like, you know, before social media, it was wrong. And then during social media, it's even worse. Definitely people are looking for their 15 minutes of fame to go viral, like Kylie stated. Like, that's just corny. Like, just don't do that. And exactly like you said, DeMario, it exposes the parent. If you got to go that far to say, watch me discipline my child, I bet you they won't do this. Even the, like, cutting their hair, like making them girls, like that's traumatizing. That's embarrassing to your kid. Like, and then to you as a parent to have your child have to go out there and look stupid because you allowed them to have these stupid behaviors instead of teaching them and understanding. They're going to continue to have those behaviors. They're freaking kids. Like, no, it exposes the mask parents. Some babies having babies. Like Kylie said, they're 15 in the club with them now, whatever.
And then at the same time, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, you can say you expose that and say you expose that kid, that shit goes viral. All that kid is seeing, you saying, your dad gave you the George Jefferson haircut, this and that. Next thing you know, the kid kills himself. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that shit is real. Shit like that really fucking happens. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Traumatizing. Do that to kids. You don't do that.
I remember there was this,
because you're a bad parent. The fuck you doing? I'd be like, Mom, why would you do this to me? Because you're a bad mother? No. This is not
there was this female as a shorty that I couldn't stand. She was a little bit older than me, and we're getting on the bus to go to school. All our parents are out there. Her mother's out there. She gets into an argument with her mom. As she's walking on the bus, her mom used to let her get away with all types of wild shit. As she's walking away from her mom, she under her breath calls her mom bitch. I've never seen her mom discipline her at this point. Her mom got on the bus and politely beat the shit out of her on the bus. Slapped her all up in the head. It's the best day of my goddamn life. Right? And you know, remember when you was young, there was that one girl that had all the mouth in the world, and like you couldn't say nothing to her. Like she was the type that would fight the boys because like if you got into an argument with her, she's trying to fight you, and it was, you know what I'm saying? And she got slapped the fuck up, and it was the best day of my young life. And I advocate slapping your kids up in front of people when they act up.
Oh yeah, they act up in public.
Sometimes you have, especially my kids. My kids are opportunists. Sometimes I'm saying, when ain't no companies around, I'm like, don't do that. Oh.
Yeah. So, in my house, we knew that when company was around, my mother's whoop ass tendencies were heightened. Yes. So we knew to be chill on those times. And we would see our cousins and shit, they looked at it as, oh, mom's not paying attention tonight. And we was like, I don't get it. Because it's like, y'all, this company here, you bet not. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, for real. Because like my thing is like, my kid act up, especially especially my middle one. You know what I'm saying? He the one always getting mouthy. So he get mouthy, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. I just wait. Company's there. Catch that nigga at the refrigerator. Talk that shit now, nigga. Talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk that shit now.
Are you rolling up on him?
Sometimes you got to. This is bad.
One time, me and my brother call ourselves get into a fight. One of the only 2 fights we ever been in. We call ourselves get into a fight. My brother had company over. Everybody sat and watched us fight. I was like 7, he was like 5, maybe 4 or 5. We're fighting. Everybody watched us fight. Mom calmly breaks it up, tells us to stop. Chills. Company leaves. She locks the door. she was like, now you can't leave. We thought we were good. We were happy with each other. We were like, hey, you good? Oh, I'm good. No more beef? No, I don't got no more beef. We were good. No. She was like, oh, word? Oh, you gonna hit each other? It was rough.
Ain't nothing worse than a retro ass whooping, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over. You thought you was free. You was like,
Good. And that's the thing, yo. And that's the thing. I'm like, yo, and that's another thing. It goes back to what Q was saying, like, yo, be upfront with your shit. Yo, if I'm in trouble, let me fucking know. If I'm gonna get my ass whooped, let me know so I can prepare for the shit. Don't take me to friendlies. Don't fucking give me money.
oh, I used to hate that.
Why down me?
No.
And then get me in the fucking tub and then whip my ass. Nigga, I thought we was cool.
No, that's not the worst. The worst is when they tell you I'm gonna whoop your ass later and they know they're not. So you sitting there all damn weekend waiting on the ass whooping. Waiting on the ass whooping. And you're like, is this it? Is it now? No?
And then they forget.
They forget, yeah.
Every time they call you, you think it's about to go down.
It's the ass whooping, yeah.
They be like, what you want to eat? Huh? Oh, okay.
And then it dawned on you, yo, I think she forgot.
Yeah.
I think they do that shit. I know parents now that do that shit.
So that shit is psychological warfare, yo. I don't care.
These kids will never experience that. These kids don't, there was levels to ass whooping, son.
Yeah.
And depending on how your mom was, mothers back then, they were psychotic fucking geniuses. They were psychological fucking geniuses when it came to the fucking art of whooping ass. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, you know what's the worst part about it that I feel about it is the ass whooping. For me, every ass whooping I can remember, even the worst ones, were never as bad as my fucking fear of the ass whooping.
Yeah.
Like I was afraid of it more than it was bad. Every single time. Like I was like, oh, that sucked, but that wasn't as horrible as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so what's another one? Speaking of ass whooping, what about motherfuckers that are culturally fucking clueless? Within the last couple months, man, I've been seeing some crazy shit. And what I mean by culturally clueless,
what do you mean by that term?
I mean by people that are not of the culture that want to expound on the culture. People that are cultural, people don't know what the fuck is going on or know a little bit about it, but then want to try to give an expert fucking analysis about the shit. So, for instance, right? Latest thing, you got Kamala Harris coming off a fucking plane. What looks like to be Timberlands, but motherfuckers who of the culture knows those ain't motherfucking Timbs. Niggas know they ain't motherfucking Timbs. You know what I'm saying? Then Yahoo comes up and says, oh, Kamala Harris brought Timberlands back. Nigga, since when Timberlands out? Niggas wear Timberlands in the summer. What are you talking about?
You cannot be angry at someone for not knowing.
Hold on. There's more. There's more. So I'm going through social media. There's an article in The Sun or something like that. It says, Mom is genius. The mom is genius. Found a way to put her hair in a bonnet to go to sleep so she could wake up in the morning and not have trouble with her hair. And I'm like, what?
And they did that a couple hundred years ago when they said, "Oh, this dude discovered a country."
Yeah. And then so also I'm on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. I'm looking at the shopping page or whatever. I see this white woman, white woman with the motherfucking. What I'm saying, when some motherfucking piece of cloth on her hair wrapped up, they go, oh my God, that is so genius. Stylistically, oh my gosh, changing the game. She got a motherfucking hair wrap on. I'm like, nigga, I've been wearing hair wraps every Earth Day. Every Earth Day. I take my t-shirt and tie the shit on my head. That's a motherfucking hair wrap. Motherfuckers in it. And then after, Joe motherfucking Biden is doing a press conference or doing some type of conference, whatever, in front of a lot of Latino people. This nigga plays Despacito.
So here's the thing.
He pulled up to the scene with his listen.
He was like, hold on for a minute. I gotta play this. Hold on. Played it. It's like, Despacito. And he was like, yeah. I'm like, come on, man.
No, listen. Get mad at him if it doesn't work. If it works, get mad at the people who it worked on. Okay?
I'm gonna tell you like this. My white friends, listen, if at the bar, my white friends, if we at the bar, please do not ask me, hey, what are you drinking? Hennessy and Diet Coke or Hennessy and Coke? Don't tell me that. Do not ask me that. Do not ask me the cliche drinks. Don't ask me none of that. Just ask me what I'm drinking. Don't suggest nothing. Yeah. Because that's the clueless shit. Don't do that. Like, yo, you ain't fried, right?
Well, a lot of people are trying to use the culturally clueless shit, but they're low-key racist. Fuck that shit. They know, and they should know better. Why would you play fucking Despacito at this fucking press conference? Like, why would you do that? Like, no.
To get votes.
But the people with the bonnet, they just fucking realize the bonnet. They don't see people at work every day with bonnets on, walking through grocery stores with bonnets on every day, but they discovered a bonnet for their kid. Come on.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit. I think they're trying to pretend like they don't know, but they know on that.
Exactly. Like, no.
Son,
bullshit.
But when they said, yo, Kamala Harris bringing the Timberlands back, I'm like, first of all, those ain't even Timbs. Those are, I'm saying, if they are Timbs, then I'm saying, yo, they're the working gear editions. Nobody in the hood wears fucking working gear editions. Even if they go to work, even if they on fucking construction, niggas wear construction Timbs. Never ever in their life has I seen a black person wear working gear fucking Timbs. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, it's like
Barack with some Timbs on too. Like, okay, niggas wear Timbs.
Yeah, like it's because she's black.
Yeah.
Son, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, so I've listened to the Tory album.
Why?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. Last week I did say I'm not done with Tory unless he gets convicted. You know what I'm saying? Guilty until proven innocent. And let's not pretend he had everybody for the okie doke. Let's not pretend he caught everybody for the okie doke when he said, yo, breaking my silence. Go to my IG at 9 p.m. Everybody was waiting. Everybody was waiting to see what was going to say, what this motherfucker was going to say and everything like that. And I think, one, it's important to hear the other person's side, especially if he's being accused, because a person has a right to face his accuser. And I think it's important that we both hear both sides. And at the same time, when I'm looking more into it, I'm like, yo, even though Meg said he shot her, he still hasn't been charged with felony assault or indicted or anything like that. The only thing he's been charged with was felony possession of a weapon. So I was like, let me listen to see what he got to say. He said some crazy things, whatever. Okay. I'm not taking sides or nothing like that. I still want to hear what the motherfucker had to say.
Are we canceling him for shooting somebody, or we're canceling him for shooting a woman?
Hold on. What did he have to say at 9 o'clock?
His it was his album. Instead of him saying something, it was his album released.
And that's why I don't respect. And that's why you can't respect him, because you should have had something to say about everything that happened. You dropped an album. That's very distasteful. Whatever happened. Speak on it. You dropped an album.
But hold on. Let me answer my question. Are we shooting him for shooting a woman or for shooting somebody?
No, shooting a woman.
A woman.
So
shooting a woman.
So that's sexist.
Okay.
It's not?
If you were shooting a man, I hope you would be defending yourself, or whatever your reason for shooting a man is. If you shot a black man, I'm mad at you. If they just was driving on
so that's what I just asked. And you both said because it was a woman. Both of y'all just said that.
No.
somebody or a woman is what you said.
It's what I said.
No,
and y'all
but
said that she was the woman.
right, but
I said
but
if
how?
He shot somebody, I'm pretty sure he would have spoke by now. Why he shot somebody? The same way when the baby beats up somebody or the baby does this, he got to speak about why he did that shit immediately. Like if he just shot somebody, it would have been spoken on already.
No, not necessarily.
What I'm asking is, if Tory Lanez was homosexual, and Tory Lanez had a boyfriend, and Tory Lanez's boyfriend was the size of Meg Thee Stallion, and we heard that Tory Lanez shot his boyfriend, would we still be mad at Tory Lanez?
Yes, domestic violence and mad.
I'm gonna say like this. It all depends. It all depends on how you went about it. I'm saying people aren't canceling him just because he shot a woman. It's because how he went about it. She can say he shot an unarmed woman for no reason, allegedly. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing, and it falls into that category of domestic violence. And when it falls into that category of domestic violence, it's like the most heinous fucking domestic violence fucking assault that you can fucking do. As far as I'm saying, forget hitting a woman, you fucking shot a woman over some shit that no one really knows. I'm saying for no apparent reason, whatever, allegedly.
And that's Texas.
Listen, it's just like when Chris Brown hit Rihanna. We were mad at Chris Brown. Chris Brown spoke on it, did his time, did whatever. Tory Lanez has not done anything. Whatever the issue is, whatever their court case is, whatever is going down is going down. But you dropped an album, which from what I haven't heard it, but from what people speak on, it sounds like it's a diss track or some other shit like that.
Mike Stallion, you wouldn't be saying that.
But my thing is my thing is like this. My thing,
Rihanna.
Well, but
if Rihanna's name was Ryan, we wouldn't be saying shit. Because she hit him too. They were fighting.
The reason why we didn't cancel Chris Brown is because Rihanna forgave him. And Rihanna ended up getting in another relationship with him. So basically everybody was like, yo,
Chris
forgive
Brown
me.
spoke on it. Chris Brown spoke on it. Chris Brown did his time. Like, if you didn't shoot her, y'all need to come together and figure this shit out, or you need to speak on it. Chris Brown didn't drop an album. If he would have dropped an album, he would have been canceled.
It just sounds funny. It just sounds funny hearing that he shot her. It still sounds funny.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But at the same time, it's like
a man shooting a girl in the foot sounds funny.
In fact,
it was so funny that it was done in a famous movie one time. It's funny.
The movie came first. It was funny that because he shot her in the pinky toe. Yeah, and everybody started making memes about it. But basically what I'm saying is that when you have an open case, it's not the smartest thing to speak on it. Because I'm saying, but I'm saying, and a lot of people say, okay, so you're not going to speak on it, so you can do an album about it. But the thing is, I can put an album out, and I can all say it's just entertainment. It's a legend. Saying don't take what I say and everything like that. For face value.
That right? Bobby Shmurda's locked up, nigga, because of your raps and your rhymes. Whatever you put in that shit, you're guilty of.
Right. But
y'all are bugging, yo. Y'all are bugging.
Right, but they investigated that, and that nigga was talking about certain shit. And so it was like, oh, okay, this and that. No, that's how it came about. Okay. I'm saying, we got this guy and everything like that. He talks about it. Okay, cool. Nigga, you talking about actual shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that went on. That's why that motherfucker went to jail.
So what is Tory talking about on the track?
So basically, I didn't get through the whole thing. But he was basically talking about he didn't shoot Megan. He was talking about how could you identify me when I was in back of you? He was basically talking about that. But he was basically, he said that in the thing. He's talking about how a lot of motherfuckers turned his back, turning their back on him. And he's basically like, yo, when the truth comes out, y'all motherfuckers is gonna see and everything. And I mean, yo, I have to go about it where basically, proven until, you're guilty until, you're innocent until proven guilty. Because one, my thing is like, you still haven't been saying the DA hasn't been charged. Even though Meg said, yeah, you came out and saying, she came out and said, yo, you shot me. The DA didn't charge him. He hasn't been indicted yet. That shit happened in July. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You have all the evidence. You know what I'm saying? You got the gun, you got the car, you got witnesses. what's taking so long for you to be charged?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's just like, yo, you talking about, first of all, Kishana, right? If your man shoots you, are you gonna press charges on him?
Yeah.
Not saying, hold on, but not saying that's the end all. I'm not saying that's the end all be all. But I'm saying,
and I don't die, I'm probably killing this nigga. I'm not pressing no charges.
Let me
say, huh?
let me ask y'all this. Okay. Are we mad at him for shooting a female or for shooting a person?
We're mad at him for domestic abuse.
Domestic abuse.
Yes.
Alleged domestic abuse.
Alleged domestic abuse. Yep.
I'm not saying I'm mad at him. Well, put it like this. Yeah, I can say I'm mad at him. Because
so all right, cool. So if our stance is Meg didn't even do nothing and he shot her, if that's our stance, cool. No. I'm okay with it. That's not our stance.
If our stance is Meg didn't do anything and he shot her, you're okay with that?
If our stance is Tory Lanez is wrong because Meg didn't even do anything and he shot her. Mm-hmm. If that's our stance, I'm okay with that. But if our stance is he should be shooting a woman, then I can't fuck with that idea because that's sexist.
Why? Because you're gonna shoot a woman?
No, but what I'm saying is, if her name was Mike the Stallion, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Is the way I feel about it. Because she's a woman, it's wrong. That's sexist.
Why wouldn't you shoot a woman?
Why would I shoot a woman?
Yeah.
The same reason I probably wouldn't shoot a dude if I could just fight him. But if Meg Thee Stallion, if I'm Tory Lanez and big ass Meg Thee Stallion's coming at me trying to fight, she's getting the hands. She's getting the hands. Right? She's getting the hands. Woman, man, or whatever, she's getting the hands.
Don't be disrespecting my girl. That's Meg Thee Stallion.
Why you gotta say that? You gotta say big ass Meg Thee Stallion. What the fuck?
Call the Stallion for a reason.
I know, but still.
Yeah.
Why you gotta inject it? Talking about big ass Meg.
Like 6'4", 225. You know what I'm saying? I think she played for Tampa Bay. Like,
she's from Houston.
So, but hold on, we're getting beside my point. My point is, if he was in a domestic dispute with his gay boyfriend, we wouldn't be talking about this. We wouldn't. No, but because she's a woman, he's the worst person on earth. That is sexist.
If it was his because it would be domestic violence. So we still will be talking about it. If he shot fucking JoJo from down the street, just some random dude at the club, we would be talking about why did he shoot them? What was the situation? And then he would be prosecuted or whatever the hell, he would have spoken it by now. But he still has not spoken on it, and you're dropping music. I think that's very distasteful. I don't know what happened. Maybe she was beating his ass. Maybe she wasn't. Maybe he felt like he couldn't handle her. Maybe
okay, so then let's go. All right, cool. So let's take that. What if she was whooping his ass and he couldn't do anything but shoot her? He's still wrong, right?
Nope. It's self-defense.
I want to hear her say it.
Okay. Nah, that was like, if that was like my brother or you or like Kayvon or something, no. You can shoot that bitch. She was beating the shit out of you. You go ahead and shoot her. If you thought your life was in that much danger, shoot at that bitch.
So I
don't think that was the situation.
So that's why I think he's wrong. I don't think your life was in enough danger to shoot that one.
And that's the shit that you can't speak on. I don't think that there's nothing you can say that your life was in that much of danger. Even if she's bigger, she's a woman. The same reason transgenders can't go up against fucking Mike Tyson in a ring. Like, come on, you are a woman and you're a man. I get it. Was your life in that much danger that you had to shoot her? No.
Yo, who knows? Who knows? But at the same time, at the same time, it's.
Why you mad?
Me?
Don't make me fuck your shit
up.
Go ahead, man. Finish your thought.
Hold on. I'll wait.
Hi, D.
He got distracted. Hi.
Don't fucking play with me. I'll fuck it up.
All right. My thing is, yo, there's a video of Meg Thee Stallion talking about how she whooped her boyfriend, saying how she whooped her ex-boyfriend's ass for cheating on her. Ain't nobody talking about that shit. Ain't nobody talking about that domestic violence or anything like that. I'm not trying to, I know, but I'm not trying to go tit for tat and everything like that. I'm not trying to do, but at the same time, it's just like, yo, when it comes to certain things, yo, D is right. Certain things are sexist. Certain things people care to talk about, and certain things people don't care to talk about. You're absolutely right.
I feel like people always want equality when their side is the victim.
It's double standards to everything. Double standards to everything.
So listen, I think it's wrong on both parties. So even if he was gay and he was beating up a man and it's domestic violence, I think it's wrong. So, or I think, I'm sorry, women beating on men are wrong too. Like, that's not right. You shouldn't antagonize a man. You shouldn't get in a man's face. You shouldn't do those type of things. Like, you shouldn't beat on men. You shouldn't do that. Like, that's not cool to say, I busted Sting upside his head. Like, that's not it. Nothing about that is okay. So no, I think domestic violence is wrong on both ways. So if she was beating on him, she is wrong for that. He's also wrong for shooting her. Two wrongs don't make a right. The fuck?
Like,
and
I feel like if I see little bitty Tory Lanez getting manhandled by his big ass girlfriend, I'm like, yo, she's wrong for that. I see Tory Lanez shoot her to get her off of him. I'm like, yo, he didn't have to do all that. And at the same time, I'm like, I kind of understand both of them. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. I understand both of them.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Oh, and also, the thing too.
Go
ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say, but my not fucking with him is because he has not addressed that. Don't nobody know nothing, DeMario. And then you just dropped an album that just didn't. You could have dropped that shit after. That would have been perfect. I wrote everything out this whole time. I was waiting. Or you speak on it, whatever. Like, I don't know. Do something.
And you know how these celebrities are nowadays. This whole shit is probably publicity for his album. They probably right now shacked up somewhere laughing about the shit. In truth.
I'm saying, of course, I'm saying he is corny. I'm saying he is corny for taking advantage of the moment and the whole publicity thing and everything like that. But at the same time, it's like, I understand to a point, of getting your shit off on, I'm saying, through an album, then you actually having an interview and speaking on certain things where a lot of things could be taken out of context. Because a lot of motherfuckers love to get on interviews and twist your words. Motherfuckers will take a little sound bite and run with that shit, and the next thing you know, this is what it is, and then now you're trying to do damage control. So it's easier, so it's easier to get certain things out on record through music than it is to actually just speaking with somebody. Because at the same time, when you're doing something on record and explaining your case, you're in a controlled environment. But when you have an interview and everything like that, you're speaking one-on-one, emotions are running high and everything like that. And at the same time, you may feel that you're innocent and this person is badgering you, talking like you already guilty. And then all that shit can come out and backlash and everything like that. So I definitely understand why he got it out there on album. Not saying that it was the right move. And I definitely understand why you can't speak on certain things because you have an open case. But what I'm saying, everything's alleged. I'm saying guilty until proven. I mean, innocent until proven guilty, because that's the court of public opinion. Love to make them say
guilty.
I'm telling you, she was throwing his little ass around and he shot her. That's what happened.
That's not what happened.
And then there's supposedly, I hate to be the whole supposedly rumor mill guy, whatever, but supposedly I get her best friend she ain't cool with no more and everything. And she said she got a story to tell, all that. And someone also said on Meg's side, who was on Meg's side, talking about Tory didn't do that shit. So I don't know what's going on. Shit got a little interesting. The album, from what I hear, shit ain't bad. He fucking, got in JR's ass. J.R. Smith's ass. But at the same time, what's her name? Baby doll, Cash doll, what's her name? Not Cash. One of the dolls. I'm saying one of the dolls like, huh?
I don't know who the fuck we're talking
about. One of the dolls was like,
no idea who we're talking about.
Well, one of the dolls, I seen the tweets. One of the dolls was like, yeah, you address every fucking female and everything like that, but never check a nigga. And she was like, yeah, this nigga, I'm saying, you do that, I heard. All this, but yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, so in
But
summation, Tory Lanez is whack. Keyshawn sexist. I would shoot a girl. And have we summed it all up?
I would tell you to shoot a girl if she was fucking with you on that type. But that's in self-defense. If he was shooting in self-defense, say that. I'm not gonna let you charge me. What? How simple is that? I didn't shoot her. She said you did, and you said you didn't. Cool. Y'all go to court. That's all you can say.
Hey,
I'm shooting pinky toes.
We shall see. More shall be revealed. But my thing is, like, yo,
Rihanna was whooping Chris Brown's ass until he decided to turn the tables.
You're stupid.
I'll say it.
I seen a lot of people talk about why do we cancel Chris Brown? I say just like this. The reason
because he did his
Beyonce.
No, we didn't cancel Chris Brown because we knew that they were just fighting. That's the way I feel about it. I feel like the public felt that they got into a fight. Now, granted, I personally feel like the men that are bigger, stronger shouldn't be putting their hands on a woman. But it comes to a point where if you're fighting, you're fighting. Like if someone's hurting you or physically hurting you, something has to happen. Now, I'm not saying she started it and shit, you know what I mean? But if we get into an altercation, you're a female and I do something to you that makes you feel like I'm gonna hit you or something, and you swing on me, and then a fight happens, I don't know who I blame in that situation.
Also, how do you feel about females, right? Women that are in domestic abuse situations and that keep going back?
Well, so from what I understand, there's like a whole psychological thing that happens. Kind of like a hostage that falls in love with their captor sort of thing. So like, whereas me speaking from a rational person point of view, I can say, oh, bitch, you're crazy, don't go back. But I can't speak because I don't know about the whole psychological piece of it. Now, personally, I tend to go when people say the whole psychological thing. But I feel the same way when people talk about anxiety and depression and shit like that. But I don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and say that's bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't personally think it's what people make it out to be, but I don't know.
Agree.
All right. Well, it's hot and heavy. I think that's about sums it up.
A man don't really love you if he hits you.
It's
a man don't really love you if he hits you.
He don't really love you unless he hits you?
If he hits you. Whoa.
I thought you said something else. I'm like, don't say that.
Yes. All right, man. I go by the name of Cobra Karate. Finished that truly. We were speaking unruly, all kinds of other shit. And did my duties.
And it's your man D-Mobile, loaded up that 40, shooting it at shorties.
Yo, no. I don't agree with the things.
Pop, go the motherfucking weasel.
Pop, go the weasel. Pop, go the weasel. Say pop.
Oh my God. All right. Anyway, I'm K.I. Devil. Kylie, you can close this out.
All right, Joe. We out of here. Peace.
And we won't